Welcome back to Guitar Theory Modules. This is Module 26 and we're on pages 75 through 78. In Module 25, you learned how to recognize and write 5-1 progressions. In this module, you're going to learn how to play 5-1 progressions in any major key, anywhere on the fretboard. For this lesson to make sense, you're going to need to understand the theory modules up to this point and know the names of your notes on strings 5 and 6 like we learned in Module 1. These are the chord shapes we're going to be using in this lesson. If you're playing that shape with the root on the 6th string, you're going to use your 6th string to navigate. For example, if you wanted to play a B major chord with the root on the 6th string, you're going to take that 6th string shape and move it so that the root of that shape lands on the B on string 6, fret 7. If I were to move it 1 fret to the left, now it's a B flat major chord because my root is on the B flat on string 6, fret 6. You'll use this same concept to navigate 5th string root chords as well. So if you wanted to play, say, an F major chord with the root on the 5th string, you would take one of these 5th string shapes and move it so that the root of that chord lands on the F on string 5, fret 8. So you could play it like that, or you could play it like this. Those are both F major chords. These fretboard diagrams show how to find the 1st and 5th scale degrees, or your tonic and your dominant. The tonic, or 1, and your dominant, your 5, are labeled inside the circles. And if your tonic, or 1, is on the 6th string, the dominant is always going to be 2 frets to the right on the 5th string. So let's say tonic is A flat and you're playing your A flat on string 6 at the 4th fret. Your dominant, or your E flat, is always going to be 2 frets to the right, 1 string down on the 5th string. 1, 5, 1. Now if the tonic, or your 1, is on the 5th string, the dominant is always going to be the same fret on the 6th string. So let's say D flat is our key, and we're playing a D flat on string 5 at the 4th fret. Pretty easy to find the 5 chord. That's going to be based on the same fret on string 6, your A flat. D flat, A flat, 1, 5, 1. Now we can combine chord theory with fretboard knowledge and apply it to the 5-1 progression you learned in Module 25. Let's go over a few examples. Let's say we're in the key of F major and we want to play the 1 chord, the F, on the 6th string. So you would move that 6th string major shape to the 1st fret where the low F is, and that would be your 1 chord. The root of the 5 chord is going to be on the 5th string, 2 frets to the right. And then you could play one of those 2 major shapes based on the 5th string. So that would be your 1 chord and your 5 chord. And then 1 again. Let's say we're in the key of B flat, and again, we want to play our root note on the 6th string. So we'll take that 6th string major shape, move it up to the 6th fret where the B flat is. We've got a B flat major, which is our 1 chord now. Our 5 chord is going to be 2 frets to the right, 1 string down. And you could play one of those 2 shapes again. I'll use this one this time. So there's our 1, 5, and our 1 in the key of B flat major. Now let's say we're back in the key of F and we want to play the 1 chord, the F, with our 5th string as our root. So you would take one of those 5th string shapes, move it to string 5, fret 8, where the F is, and there's your 1 chord in the key of F. And the root of the 5 chord, in this case, is always going to be on the same fret on the 6th string. 1, 5, 1, 5, 1. So if that's on the 6th string, you'll use that 6th string major shape. So we have F, C, F, or 1, 5, 1. Let's go back to the key of B flat, do the same thing. So we're going to play B flat major with the root on string 5. That's going to be way down at the 1st fret because that's where the B flat is on string 5. So you play, well, there's only one of those shapes you could do in this case. That would be our 1 chord. Find the 5 chord, you just go to the 6th string, same fret, 1, 5, 1. And of course you would play your 6th string major shape if that's where your root is. So 1, 5, 1. Your assignment for this module is on page 78, this 1-5-1 playing exercise. Here's a list of commonly played major keys. What I'd like you to do is pick a few keys a day or just go around the circle of fifths. And first, find and play the tonic note, or 1, on the 6th string, and its corresponding dominant, or 5, on the 5th string, and name the notes as you play them. Let's do this with B. So you'd find your B on string 6, fret 7. And then your 5 is going to be 2 frets to the right, 1 string down. That's going to be F sharp, so B, F sharp, or 1, 5. After you've found the root notes, play a 1-5-1 progression, and you'll start with the 1 chord on the 6th string, using that 6th string shape, and the 5 chord on the 5th string, using one of those 2 5th string shapes. So that would be your 1 and 5, or you could use the other 5th string shape, 1, 5, and 1. Then find and play that same tonic note, or 1, on the 5th string and its corresponding dominant, or 5, on the 6th string. So if we're still in the key of B, there's a B on string 5, fret 2. The dominant, or 5, is simply going to be same fret on string 6. That's going to be 1, 5, 1. Name the notes as you play them, so that'll be B, F sharp, and B. And then play a 1-5-1 progression, starting with the 1 chord on the 5th string, using one of those 5th string shapes, and the 5 chord on the 6th string, using that 6th string shape. So that would be B major, F sharp, B major, or 1, 5, and 1. Don't forget to check out my book, Guitar Theory Modules. You can watch all these videos for free, but if you have a copy of Guitar Theory Modules, you're going to have all this information in one place. It's going to be a lot easier to follow along. So I'll leave a link for that in the description. That's all for now. Take your time with this, and when you're ready, I'll see you in Module 27, where you're going to learn about the 2-5-1 progression.